Well. Come to SunDogs Present Local Vibes. We are SunDogs, your two favorite canines, a.k.a. the good boys.
Wow.
Hope you're having a good week. We'd like to welcome you to the weekend. We've got another great show for you today. We are sitting in the dog house with Dwayne Kennedy, who is the host of the SayNoMo podcast. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. Feeling real good. Yep, I hear myself now. Yep,
Very
good.
nice.
We really appreciate you taking the time. We know you're a very busy guy to come and sit down with us. Hopefully, talk some shop.
Yeah, man. You know, even Batman has his off days, man. So we all gotta do what I do for the community.
More information can be found at SayNoMo_podcast 2020. That's SayNoMo_podcast 2020 for more information.
Right.
Yes, sir.
And to listen to it, that's everywhere, right? That's
Yep.
Spotify, YouTube, just anywhere.
Yep. Apple,
SayNoMo,
Spotify,
SayNoMo.
Yes, sir.
You'll find it.
More information regarding SunDogs Present Local Vibes and your two favorite canines can be found at SunDogs Present Local Vibes on Facebook
Yep.
and SunDogs TC across all social media.
That's right.
There are 3 ways you can listen live every Friday at 6 p.m.
Live on the radio, 94.1 FM WFNU if you're here in Frogtown. Otherwise, go to the wfnu.org/live. And that's like on your web browser. Listen to that anywhere. Or there's this Live 365 app, and that works really well. Just search WFNU or YouTube.
Yeah, the secret fourth way is YouTube. We're live right now. Hope everyone's doing well.
Hope you've got the YouTube Premium.
Oh,
So you can close your screen and keep listening.
Our last interview was with Orphan Andy, also known as ATR the Sage. And our next interview is going to be with Concrete Bella, also known as Concrete Rose.
Yeah, can't wait.
Again, live shows Fridays at 6, replays Mondays at 3. That's just on 94.1 FM. Replays on YouTube and on the internet or whenever you want. Spotify,
Yep.
SunDogs Present Local Vibes, anchor.fm/local vibes, and again on YouTube, SunDogs TC.
But Fridays, 6 to 7, that's the live show.
So you want to give us a call.
So you can call in, 651-313-5125. It's the real radio. We'll put you on the radio as long as you don't swear.
Yeah, please try not to swear. You can ask the host of the SayNoMo podcast a question. If you're a burgeoning podcaster yourself, that's kind of what this whole episode's going to be geared toward you. So give us a call. 651-313-5125.
Beautiful. And that?
I think is all of
That's the business.
So
And
we're
now-
going to do this. Bring this down. Bring the lights.
Bring the lights down. Bring the mood up. What's going on? SayNoMo podcast. I'm seeing it all over the place. You're doing crazy interviews.
Phenomenal interviews.
4K cameras, obviously. Everything's looking sharp. The set's looking crazy.
Yeah, I was just saying I can't get enough of the brick.
Yeah, the production value.
Even if you do move locations, you should keep a little swatch of the brick.
Oh yeah,
as
that's
an
gonna come
homage.
with. Yeah,
exactly.
man. Nah, man, it's been good, man. Just been working, man. Staying busy, man. Just staying busy, man. Focusing on, what's the next thing to do. I'm always trying to bring something different. I don't like to stay, the same for too long. So
Yeah.
even like I took a lot of my videos down from the very first season. I was doing it was still SayNoMo podcast, but it was more like a pull-up podcast. Like I would pull up on people. One time we were playing 2K, another time we was playing beer pong, another time we was playing pool.
So kind of spontaneous.
Yeah, really,
Gotcha.
really. But I just, switched it up. But I don't know, I might bring that back now. Audio's better. I got my own equipment. So,
Yeah.
you know how that goes.
Yeah, very cool. You've been doing podcasting or YouTubing or whatever you would call it since like 2018,
Yep,
right?
2018, yep.
For
2018,
those
yep.
of you who don't know, the SayNoMo podcast is a more comedy-oriented podcast
yes, sir.
that our guests at least hosts. What other roles do you play, or what other roles have you had that maybe you don't have
In the production of the show.
that you had in the first season that you don't do anymore?
Whether
So I
you
used to have like a co-host.
Yeah,
Yeah,
who's
he's
this
like a
co-host?
co-host. It was my boy Rico 600. He just kind of just focused on more like just business life and
Exactly.
business life stuff and all that
And
type of
things
stuff like that.
No problem. Thank you.
So it's like all that type of stuff happens. So life
and
gets in the way.
when was that partnership? Along what season?
That was just like more like the first one. It wasn't even more.
Okay.
It wasn't even more like a real partner thing. It was more like he was just here for support. You know what I'm saying? And like he just kind of just showed up. And it was like, all right, you could talk sometime because you know you're just gonna be here. You're only one, so it was just more one of those things. It wasn't never like a let's make a podcast together. You know what I'm saying? It was never nothing like that. Let's do it. I was like, nah, it was never nothing like that. It was just friends supporting a friend, and it just turned into what it is. To this day, it's still the same. You know, it still supports me. You know what I mean?
Very cool. Yeah. So that means you're doing the video yourselves and setting up the mics yourselves.
Yeah. Well, I have help setting stuff up, like for the most part, but for the most part, yeah, I'm setting up all that stuff. I'm not pressing record. You know, I got a person behind the camera that helps with the zoom in, and taking pictures after. So that's definitely a big help. Of course.
Right.
But yeah, for the most part, it's really just me, this other guy, and I kind of rotate friends. My friends help me out. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of been working out. For the most part, I can't really complain. My friends is always there when I'm there when I need help.
Exactly.
So,
yeah. I've been seeing more and more podcasts coming out of Minnesota, and I know people are trying. You know the feeling, trying to make it as good as they possibly can by themselves.
Yeah.
And you can only go so far. So we definitely want to. Shed a light on that it takes multiple people to get stuff done.
It takes a village. I mean, you can't do it by yourself.
It's that, and it's also you got to ask yourself why are you doing it? Because a lot of people are only doing it because they see other people's doing it. Oh, I can do it better.
Right.
And you deal with that. That's called you're inspiring people. I get it, but for the most part, it's like okay, at least. You can ask questions if you're doing something wrong. Don't act like you can't read an article and then like come to me and talk to me about the whole book. You know what I mean? So it's like one of those things. But yeah, you can't do it by yourself. You're gonna need help.
Mm-hmm.
But the biggest thing I would say if you're starting out is buy your own equipment. Buy your own equipment. If you can't get your own space, I understand renting a space, but buy your own equipment. You're only gonna be charged. So you don't understand how much money you're gonna end up spending. Like I don't want to I'm not trying to hurt people's businesses that provide that service because some older people they may be convenient for them. But if you're young, you're doing this, buy your own equipment. If you're really invested into it, it makes more sense.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. I don't know how much behind the scenes you want to reveal, but where's that space? Is that in St. Paul here?
Yeah, it's in St. Paul, man. It's downtown St. Paul. It's in a secret location, man.
Okay,
it's in the back cave.
I was wondering if it was
the solitude.
If it was one of those cool spots like you were talking about that like rent out the space. Because we're, I don't know if you can see on this camera, we're tucked back in. It's a little tight.
Are literally in like one of like a lot of people in St. Paul. We know this place, and it's like we never knew this was up here, so that's why it's like you guys kind of in a good spot. I was gonna ask y'all, how much you got? How much are they renting? Is there stuff open?
Yeah, exactly.
You guys want to be
pretty
neighbors?
Cool. Yeah. For real. That's another thing, man. All these podcasts are coming out of Minnesota. It would be cool to have like a studio where everybody could go and film their stuff nice.
Right.
Have it lit nice.
Could be like Death Row Records. No, just
for podcasts. For podcasts.
Yeah, for podcasts.
We were going to ask if that space, you can leave all your equipment there, you can leave all your stuff, or is it a shared space with other podcasters?
I don't share with nobody. That's
the dream. That's the dream.
Yeah.
And how long have you been in that current space with the cool brick backdrop?
Ever since you saw the first episode in there, literally. So, I mean, like around that time. We had it for a little bit, but, that's when I, was in there. So, since that first episode. So that was like, I don't know, was that like September, I think? It might have been September.
Yeah, it's definitely
something like that.
A year past September or starting in 6 months ago?
No, it wasn't September then. It probably was like 3 months ago, honestly. Now I'm thinking about it.
Man, and you've been...
I shoot so much. I be forgetting sometimes.
That's crazy. Yeah, you do so many interviews.
And you're very...
And it's a lot not even out.
And you still, I was going to say, I'm sure that there's a lot of spontaneous interviews not released. Not at the home base.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts and feelings about, it might be good content, but it might not be quality video? Would you release it ever just as an audio only, or do you like the video accompaniment, even if it's only like 4K or 480 or 720?
I mean, honestly, as long as it's not super blurry, I don't be caring. You know what I'm saying? Like, long as it's 4K, I don't care if I'm in an alley, and you know what I'm saying, and you see the roaches behind me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's clear, it's clear. But like, for instance, when I did, I don't know if you guys watched the show Below the Deck.
Yeah.
I just had Raina on there from there. And like I was watching that show, and I mean I wasn't watching that show, but I was just like, because that whole idea was hers idea. She didn't want to go to the studio to meet.
Oh,
I was like, let's go to let's go.
Yeah,
to the
wherever
studio.
you're most comfortable.
She didn't want to go there. She wanted to go there. She wanted to meet where we met at. So basically, once that happened, it was just like afterwards. I was looking at it. I was like, yeah, I definitely wanted to shoot where I shoot at. I'm like, come on, man, this don't even. And then I didn't realize so many people watched the show. That's what really threw me off. I'm like getting notifications. I'm getting harassed by you fans. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm sorry. I'm not her. Like,
no.
Stop. No, because they really they made her out to be the villain on the show. If you read the comments, it's yeah. If you read the comments, it's no surprise. We talk about it all the time.
It's got a ton of views. Yeah. So
yeah, it came up. That's why I was like, oh my god, this show's really people watch this show.
That's phenomenal. You can catch that on all those are on YouTube.
Yeah, all of them on YouTube.
A majority of them are on YouTube. You said there's still some are unreleased.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, same with us. We're still got a few unreleased. Still playing catch up.
Yeah,
with the
man,
editing.
it's good. It's good just to have that much, content. It's just stock them up. It's good to have that because when you don't have none, you're like, that's why it's like, because like you guys drop what, once a week? Yeah. See, that's why I drop once a week. I know people that drop like 4 times, 5 times a week. I'm like, you're gonna burn yourself out. You're gonna burn out your own audience.
Right.
Like, that's why I'm like, I kind of,
found a good rhythm though. Probably took you a while to figure out how many you can do and how many is what people are expecting.
That's what you just said. Because like the first season, I wasn't even like releasing 4 episodes. I would like purposely release part 1. Part 2, it'd be like 13 minutes
long.
Give them a taste. And I was like, dumb, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I shouldn't have did that. I should have just been releasing the full thing. But now it's like, even now, like I just don't release clips at all. I just release 4 episodes. But then recently I started releasing clips, and I did one like a just random clip from an interview that was already out, and it did good numbers. And that's why I was like, oh, maybe I should do that more. But got to pick and choose.
It's so much time editing the video
to find those juicy clips and juicy quotes.
People don't understand that. Like that's why like even like it was this whole topic of people about podcasters charging people. Like, and listen. That is like a very thing. It varies. Like when I say that, it varies. Like for instance, like if I wanted to, if I invited you guys on a podcast, I wouldn't charge you. That wouldn't be like if it's beneficial for both of us from a content purpose. You know what I mean? We're gonna do it. But if it's a situation where you're a rapper, I don't really listen to your music, I don't really know your music, you don't really have a buzz, and I don't really have a relationship with you, and you just want to come on and just promote your music, I'm going to have to charge you because first off, it's not really beneficial for me, but I'm not also going to gatekeep you and be like, nah, you can't come up here and talk. Like, who am I? It might be like 10 people, 20 people that watch my show and watch you, and they might like your music. So that's how I look at it. So
it's like charging for a flyer, basically, or something.
Basically,
like that.
and I try to, I try to like not do that because I don't like that. It's not really organic. But hey, if you're a guy and you really want to promote your music and really want to do that and want to go that route, I got you and I'm not gonna charge you no crazy amount. Either like not $400 for like 20 minutes. Like people do that.
We do know about that.
I'm no stranger. They got me blocked on Instagram. I can't even.
What?
Yeah, they blocked me. I can't.
I followed that whole story all the way through, and you know what's up. You got,
and that's one thing I want to say too, just on the record. I don't think Jake is a culture vulture. I just want to say that I don't think he's a culture vulture. I just think the channel that they're promoting is something that I don't condone because it's more gossip than it is about the artist. I feel like they listen to me because now they're trying to focus more on the artist. So I'm just gonna leave it alone and let the world be its world and I'm on my business.
It's just a conversation.
It's just exactly. So yeah, man, that's kind of where I'm at with that.
Yeah.
Just man, just don't scam the people.
So far on your show, what percentage do you think it was people who you were just like very interested in interviewing versus them hitting you up or like paying for the interview?
All of them.
That's so cool.
Y'all haven't seen the interview of what somebody paid for
that you
yet.
didn't know.
Yeah, you haven't seen one yet, Yeah, you haven't seen that yet. Like you will trust me, you'll know.
Yeah,
it's gonna be different. You know what I mean? Like it's just gonna be different. It's gonna be like, of course, I'm gonna be me on the show, but it's gonna be more about their music. Like normally, like even like the ones I shot like probably about like 10 so far that's not released, and I'm gonna shoot like some more this weekend and next week. But like anyway, like those are like totally different from the ones that's out right now. You know what I mean? Like I'm actually like doing like I'm talking about the news first. I'm talking about what's going on in the week. So I kind of changed up the whole format of it. So it's like, you got to kind of just bring a different dynamic to it. You know? So
that'll be cool. We're the same way. We've interviewed people who we're just like huge fans of. Yeah, and that's one of the best jobs, funnest things to do. You get them in the seat. You can ask them a question. They take you seriously. It's a great way to learn about your favorite artists. You don't just have musical artists on your show though, right?
I've had chefs on there, actors, actresses. Well, Raina, you know, barbers. Who's there more?
I'd say it's one of the most eclectic podcasts coming out of Minnesota today. Yeah, definitely. In regards to guests.
The guests, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to, because there's a lot of interesting people here, you know. Right. I reached out to every single person like that does a podcast to do a podcast. You know, like I don't know. They be like looking like we're like competition. I'll be like, yo, I'm not.
That is not it.
That's how I look at it. I'm like, all right, like,
no.
Listen, I can't deal with your insecurities. You know, I can only just, you know, wave from a distance. You know.
Yeah, exactly. If you're in Minnesota, there's really no competition right now.
There's no market.
Exactly. Nobody's getting it. So at the very least, artist or podcaster, steel sharpens steel. So it's like if we're doing the same thing, we can learn from each other, motivate each other, and we'll just all get better. Somebody's going to be the next big thing. Somebody's going to be the the station who's breaking new artists. Somebody's going to be the person where you go to see that exclusive content.
Yep.
And until one of us is the only the mainstream source for all that, it's like there's room for everybody.
And not even only that, it's like even if you get a celebrity on your show, does that really make your podcast popping? Like you know, that's when it comes to the subjective thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, what are you trying to accomplish? Because me personally, I never really wanted to be big on just having celebrities on.
Exactly.
I never really wanted that. Like, that was never really my intention. My intention was to kind of just create content and just like give people life hacks.
Interesting people.
Conversations, laughs, you know, that type of thing.
If you're just joining us, we're sitting down with Dwayne Kennedy, host of the SayNoMo podcast. We are SunDogs. We will be right back in 2 minutes. Stick with us. SunDogs TC. SunDogs present local vibes.
Welcome back from the break. Thanks for being patient. We're sitting down with the host of the SayNoMo podcast. You can check that out on Instagram, SayNoMo_podcast 2020. It's all over YouTube. It's all over Spotify. Those are just the ways that I listen. Are there more? Apple Music.
Apple Podcasts.
Literally everywhere, yeah.
It's the SayNoMo podcast.
Check us out, SunDogs TC, on most everything.
And during the break, we were talking a little bit about what we were talking at the beginning of the show, which is owning your own equipment. And before the break, we were talking a little bit about perhaps a podcast network based out of the Twin Cities.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
I would just get worried about, again, whoever's owning the equipment will own publishing rights and will own distribution rights. So I always worry about, the back end, the clerical side of things. Yeah, man, not just with songs and music, but with all this juicy original content that we're creating.
Right. Yeah, man, that's why you got to bring in the lawyers when it gets big enough, man, and you kind of got to just do what you got to do, because that's what it comes down to. I mean, you see what Joe Budden's did to his crew. You guys don't watch the Joe Budden's podcast? I don't watch it no more, but it was just something that was on the fly. But he used to he had like two co-hosts, Rory and Maul, and he basically got a Spotify deal and basically left them.
No way.
Yeah, left them. They're doing their own. It didn't work out. It worked out for them because they got their own deal, so it worked out. But yeah, he basically it was like he signed a Spotify deal. They asked to see the numbers because they're on like all the episodes.
Oh, right.
He wasn't trying to show them the numbers, and then they called lawyers, and then it was.
What a mess.
It came down to no one ever signed contracts.
Wow.
If you're starting out, whether you're a musician or a burgeoning podcaster, the legal and clerical side of things is...
It's important.
80% of everything. It's important.
Should at least know who owns what.
Precisely.
when you're making stuff.
That's a fact.
Because if you believe in it, then it has value. And
That's right.
someone will see that value monetarily someday. And having your name, owning that, owning the equipment, owning the distribution rights, owning the trademarks and copyrights of the titles, it's key.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I know sometimes, and I know to some people it probably sounds like, it sounds like kind of narcissistic, just the own. But it's like, no, you have to.
You gotta protect yourself.
You have to protect yourself so you don't get down to positions where people you love disappoint you.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
what were some of the big lessons that you learned since starting the podcast on the clerical legal side of things that you can reveal?
What do you mean? I mean,
Just again,
I don't make fun of people by name no more because you can get you can definitely get sued for that defamation of character.
Oh, man.
It's a real thing. If you out here just saying a whole bunch of stuff about people using their actual government name,
Oh, my
you
gosh.
can get in trouble. You got talking code.
Oh, wow.
So that's one legal thing what I learned.
That's
you know
so
what I mean?
interesting because, you're always talking about current events on your shows and stuff. So it's like you got to avoid the names if you don't want them being like,
Oh yeah,
they told a really good joke about me.
Hey
and
man,
now
if they
I'm
end up seeing
sad.
it, man, that mean I made it, man.
Yeah.
And that's, I'd say the danger of such candid conversations that I feel both of our programs offer is people forget that cameras are rolling. People forget
Exactly.
that the microphone's rolling, and that's why I like watching your show uncensored.
Because I don't edit that much.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah, I
There's
don't
very few cuts other than the bonus sneak peeks that you give us.
Yeah, I don't edit. I tell people, I'm like, listen, it's gonna be long. You
Right.
know, it's gonna take up a lot of space. I don't got that much RAM in my computer anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I let them know you're responsible for what you say.
Right. Say what you say.
Yeah. There's been a couple people that's tried to can I see
Pull
this?
stuff back.
Not even pull stuff back. They'll do stuff like, can I see the episode before you post it? I'm like, wow, no. What is
I
that?
can't send it anyway.
You see,
It's too big a file.
I saw how you
yeah.
just looked. Like, I literally be trying to tell them, like, no, it's impossible.
It's gonna take a day and a half to get it to you.
Yeah, I'm not
like-
doing that. No, you'll see it. No, you were there.
You were there.
And then in regards to legal clerical things, are you having people sign releases for their likenesses on camera and their recorded audio yet? Because
No,
we don't know.
No,
We don't know yet.
No, I haven't, but maybe I should. I don't know. I'm gonna look into that. You just put me onto something.
just in
Just in
case, because
case.
it's like the whole point of the show is that it's a conversation. Why would we be editing stuff out of it?
yeah, we're not going to edit it up Jimmy Kimmel style. A
It's
man
not
on the street where you
maybe,
look like
maybe
an
that
idiot.
maybe
Yeah.
that would be worth $400 to make you look like the funniest person around.
Well, what is it? Much Dank. If you guys, it's a YouTube channel, and they'll cut up hip hop shows.
a bunch of lip
Lip
smacking.
sync, okay.
Yeah, exactly. Like YouTube poop, where their eyes will be
Eyes
bulgy,
big, okay.
their heads will be bulgy, and he'll just.
Mash him up.
Cartoon Network.
It'll be cut up to seem like he's incompetent and isn't answering the question or evading the question.
Oh no.
Comedically, for comedic purposes.
Okay.
Yeah, you can make people. If you edit stuff up, you could take a bunch of stuff out of
Yeah, you
context.
can do some crazy stuff. Man.
Yeah,
Edits.
But that's we've never.
but we
had-
don't do that here.
No,
Yeah.
We keep it together.
Yeah, I definitely add certain edits, but not like edits on people. Like
Right.
I'll add like sound effects and you know what I mean, stuff like that.
I mean, you adding like boings or what kind of sound
Like
effects?
Don DeMarco, y'all like you guys watch battle rap? Yeah, it's like stuff like that. It's like battle rap signatures, sounds that you would hear.
Nice.
You know what I'm
like the horn.
The
Horn.
bell. Ding ding
The
ding.
Don DeMarco.
Okay,
Just
okay.
Google it, YouTube it, you'll see.
Nice.
We're trying to compile from our old episodes
Little
a
sound
soundboard.
bits.
Soundboard.
Of what people are saying.
SunDogs. Bow wow, bow wow.
It'd be fun to have the little MIDI with the sounds on it.
Oh, for real, man.
Hey, I'm partial to a boing.
Shock jock.
If you're just joining us, we are boinging with the host of the SayNoMo podcast, SunDogs. You can no, he says SunDogs TCs, where you can find more information regarding your two favorite canines and one of your two favorite podcasts. SayNoMo_podcast 2020 is where you can find information regarding the other of your two favorite podcasts.
Exactly. Yeah, 2 favorite, putting us right there,
Right,
right at the top of the list. That's good. I like
appreciate it, man.
Yeah, SayNoMo podcast, definitely one of the sharpest looking podcasts out there. Got the high production value.
I appreciate it.
And some of the best conversations. You're talking about stuff that I'm super interested in, music industry stuff. It's about Minnesota, majorly. I can't. That's not the word.
We get it. We get it.
Mostly about Minnesota, yeah, and business owners, like you were saying, as well as artists.
Yeah.
And that's really cool. We're very interested in the local music scene, and yeah, you've done a ton of interviews with artists. What have you been learning and hearing from them about the local music scene?
A lot of them don't really. You get. It's like a 50-50 toss up. Some appreciate it. Some thinks it's biased. They stuck in that realm. So it's kind of 50-50. It's good and bad. I hear from. You can even watch the episode. You see, it's some people say, "Oh, I love it. I like what." Some people say, "Man, it's crazy. It's trash. It's this. It's that." So.
But let me ask you this: do you think all the artists that you've had on your show know about each other's music, or do you think they do? You think?
Yeah.
So
this place ain't that big.
I feel like we're running into people on our show that like maybe haven't even heard about an entire venue where they're having shows.
Do they got Instagram?
Like, they got it, but it's just like you're not seeing this group of artists on the same shows as this group of artists.
That's definitely
as the same
true.
Shows
No,
as this.
no, that's definitely true. And that's what I was kind of saying. Some people are saying there's like some bias towards that type of stuff. Like some people are getting booked way more than other people and all this. But then again, it comes into this thing where I kind of remind them that it's a business. Are you paying people to put you on slots? Are you sliding the extra 100, 200? Are you making relationships? Or are you just making music and you're like, I got some dope music. They need to mess with me. Right. That's the mentality people got. They gotta learn how to network and meet people. I always say relationships over money, man. Like a lot of people don't understand that. They like to, I got the bag, say stuff like that, where it's like, no, man, sometimes you need to just network and everything will be fine and you will have supporters. How do you find supporters?
Exactly. You need real fans in order to make money.
Fans.
The streams aren't gonna pay you if you're a music artist. It's gonna be your shows, gonna be your fans, your merch, your subscriptions.
Yep, that's really gonna be your money. That's
right.
why it's like they don't get that. They think it's just all about views. Like it's not about that, bro. Like,
you gotta blow people's minds live, make them feel like they're part of something.
Literally, like there's only so many people here that just has a fan base like that in Minnesota alone, where you could be like, he has a fan base. Like he doesn't have to pay for views because it's a lot of weird stuff that goes on here behind the scenes. People pay for blue checks on Instagram. Like verifications.
Yeah, how do you get one naturally?
Oh, you guys didn't know that?
It's the wild, wild west.
Oh, you guys didn't know? Oh, yeah.
Goodness.
You see how you want naturally?
Yeah.
Naturally, I'm
like 100 or 100,000 or something.
I think it's something like that, or you just have to reach a certain amount of popularity. But yeah, most
That's
likely
crazy.
it's about it's a certain amount of views. But you can buy them for $3,000.
Whoa!
But the thing is, you can tell with the people that have fake ones, like us, regular people. You can go on your Instagram right now and tell who has a fake one.
Yeah,
it's easy. But it's just one of those things where it's just a facade that people put on, like, oh, let me do this. And I get it. It's also a business because that artist may have to charge to pay rent. You know what I'm saying? But is it shady that he's overcharging people? He really doesn't have a verification. You know, that doesn't mean you're not good. It just means you're kind of fronting your moves. A little bit. So to each his own. But I see you.
This is not missing anything.
Did COVID or any of the social unrest trip up your work ethic or your workflow during with the podcast?
Nah, not
2020?
Really. Okay. That was just
even more content.
Yeah, man, I got like a lot of because I don't just do podcasts and stuff. I write and I direct. So like I have like a whole bunch of like different content out. Like I'm working on this little reality TV show. It's gonna be all comedy, but
Nice.
So scripted or actual reality?
It's gonna be scripted.
Okay, but in the reality TV format.
Yep. It's gonna be hilarious.
I love it already.
I gotta be careful though. I can't cuss too much because they might take my YouTube page. They might try to take that. Nah, they won't take the page. They'll just make it so you can't monetize off that, which I hate because there's like 2 episodes I got. I'm like, ugh.
Like some of your best episodes, but it has.
No, it's not some of my best episodes. It was just one. It was an episode that did I think like 2,000 views, and at that time it was like the highest, and I was like, oh yeah, and I like couldn't get monetized off because it was like they didn't even tell me why. I just looked at the thing. It was just like a various amount of things, and I'm like, yeah. So now going forward, like even like the new ones I recorded, I'm trying to. I edit and I kind of work on how much I cuss in a row. You can't cuss that much in a row, man. Otherwise, they take it off.
Oh, it'll AI flag it.
They'll
or something.
AI flag it if you cuss a certain amount of times in a row. You have to like cuss like in patterns. It's like you're doing a code or something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Just checking the watch,
yeah,
waiting for
it's
it.
really like that. I was like, I found that out. I was like, what the? I was hurt. I was like, man.
So, I mean, it just sounds like a creative obstacle, which is what I think art's all about.
That's what you got to do, yeah.
And some of the non-SayNoMo content is on the SayNoMo YouTube page. Some of the skits.
Yeah. I got some skits on there. I got some skits
sketches,
on there. Skits. Oh, yeah,
I do sketch comedy, and I prefer people call it sketches versus skits. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check you out. We're gonna have to collab, man.
I'm definitely in. After the show, we'll set up a brainstorming session.
Yeah, for sure. Because I'll definitely have y'all.
Urban Enterprise Show. I'll plug it. Urban Enterprise Show right here.
Y'all could be in
funny stuff.
Because I'm calling it reality. Y'all could be in it, man.
Oh man.
I'm serious, man. I got my camera crew, man. We take, you know what I mean? Come in, shoot a couple scenes.
I don't know if you've ever watched the show 30 Rock.
30 Rock. I haven't watched that.
I don't know if you've ever watched any reality shows on VH1.
Yeah, I watched a couple.
I recently watched a VH1 reality TV show from like the early 2000s.
What Flavor of Love?
Daisy of Love.
Daisy of Love. That's what the rock star do, right?
That was the contestant on Rock of Love.
Okay, yeah.
Show.
Whoa.
Yes, spin-off.
They did a spin-off like that?
Yeah.
So, there's I Love New York as well.
They were
she
brave.
was on Flavor of Love.
Yeah, I'm sorry. She got one. And then they gave her dude one, too.
So,
the dude from her show.
No way.
I literally just forgot about that till you just reminded me.
So, the reality format, I'm very intrigued. We'll talk more after the show. I don't want to take
it's
it
hilarious.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Again, if you're just tuning in, we are sitting down with the multifaceted artist, host, writer, director, content creator, I'd say one of the leaders of the overall artistic renaissance here in the Twin Cities.
Yeah.
Just because his show is so eclectic.
Exactly. Shamelessly spreading the word about what we've got going in Minnesota.
I appreciate it, man.
It's the SayNoMo podcast. If I didn't say that,
exactly.
Or if you just tuned in. We're going to take a break here in about 2.5 minutes. If you are listening live on 94.1 FM, give us a call, 651-313-5125. That's the studio phone again, 651-313-5125. If you don't swear, we'll put you on the air. 651-313-5125. At SayNoMo_podcast 2020 and at SunDogs TC for more information regarding your 2 favorite podcasts.
So we got about 2 minutes before the break. We'll hit you with a quick question or something. Did you see the new Kanye documentary?
I didn't watch it yet, man. I'm going to watch it tonight, though. I didn't watch it yet. I literally was busy all day today, and last night I got done shooting, so I didn't get a chance to watch it. So I'm watching that as soon as I get home.
Oh, it's juicy.
Is that on Netflix,
It's on Netflix.
HBO?
Netflix,
Is it a Netflix original?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure.
Because Netflix is leaning more toward Netflix
It is. Yep.
Okay.
I think they're doing deals. Like Netflix is giving people checks. Big checks.
You know how they do that? Because you're trying to put a show together. How do you know anything about that?
I honestly don't know no knowledge about that. But from my understanding, because I see a lot of like independent filmmakers and directors getting on there,
right.
I'm assuming if you make a dope story, a good story, a real interesting story, and you got a good pitch, I mean, I think they're just buying it. You know, that's what I think. You know,
there's so many platforms.
I'm not sure though. Yep.
So many platforms. We're gonna take a break here in about 1 minute. But again, I think that's a testament not only to video makers, but artists across the board, is make something that you think will influence the world in a positive way, you know what I mean? And someone hopefully won't want to take credit for half of it.
Yeah, that's a big thing. That's why, like, even when you're working with people, you gotta be real. You know, like you gotta come down to understanding of what's going on, and that's why, like me, I hate titles. Like I hate titles. Like I hate manager, I hate supervisor, I hate titles. Like in general, that's why it's like I don't know how. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be better at it. Man.
Yeah, getting a little more business minded.
I'm trying to, but just still that whole.
Right.
You know,
it makes it a little ugly when you start bringing that in.
I did this. This is mine. You know what I mean? It's one of those territorial things almost. But
I think an old world mentality for sure.
Man.
We'll talk about more about that after the break. You're tuning in to SunDogs Present Local Vibes. We'll be right back.
Follow us at SunDogs TC. We'll be right back.
And we're back.
Welcome back to SunDogs Present Local Vibes. That's one of my favorite types of breaks.
Exactly.
We are sitting down with the host of the SayNoMo podcast. And I think we've been talking shop this whole time. It's I think a true meeting of the minds.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm again very grateful that you took some time out of your very hectic, very busy schedule to sit down with us and take a peek behind the curtain.
Yeah, for sure, man. I appreciate you guys having me, man.
Yeah, no problem. Let's talk a little bit about your future plans with the SayNoMo podcast. What's the goal? What's the aspiration? What's the motivation?
I mean, I'm just trying to get more global with it. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to I'm gonna start nationwide, of course, but I'm trying to just spread around. You know what I mean? Put my stamp in every state first. You know what I'm saying? Like they gotta hear me out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm trying to stake more like that because the scene here is cool, but the world's bigger than Minnesota at the end of the day.
And the world's getting smaller.
Exactly.
It's getting smaller, and I think people are gonna start liking different niches of music, like how K-pop blew up here. I think Chicago hip-hop, indie, you know what I mean, will blow up in some weird Danish town.
Right.
Yeah, man.
You never know.
Drill music made it to UK, man. Anything's possible.
They've got a crazy number of artists in the UK, trying their best to make music.
So you've got the world in your sights.
Exactly, worldwide, global.
Yeah, man, just keep working, expanding, man.
SayNoMo worldwide, I like it. And that'll be the news network.
Yeah, let's say 5 years from now, who are you going to be interviewing?
Man, I don't know. I'll probably be making movies by then, man. I'll probably be, what I'm saying, doing stuff like that by then, But who knows, man? I might be interviewing Drake or something. No, I'm just playing. I have no idea, man.
Aubrey, if you're listening, 651-313-5125.
Exactly. Call in, dial a 1 first.
Yeah, man, I'm mad I left my phone, man. I definitely would have put this all on my social media. I dropped the ball on that, man.
Right, yeah. Sorry about the time crunch. It was very serendipitous that you were able to come in. We just happened to have a slot.
Yeah, it was literally we just worked.
It was boom, 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 last couple days.
So thank you again.
We appreciate you, taking the time out today and making it happen. We understand you got stuff to do after the show and everything. Speaking of shows, we're doing shows. How much time do you think you put in a week doing your show? Because you do about hour and a half a week.
Yeah, sometimes
of the interview. Sorry.
I was gonna say sometimes it'd be longer than that, but probably like 6, almost 6 hours, 8 hours maybe.
Crazy,
So,
yeah.
That's why we talked about the whole charging. That's why I do what I do with that,
Yeah, 6 to 8 hours plus uploading time.
Yeah, and
where he can't use his computer while the YouTube is loading the.
And even now, I'm giving people an option, of 10 photos, of their choice, their location, like separate day, of course, but that's a part of the interview. So
nice.
Included in.
Yeah.
That's very smart. I like that.
You gotta just kind of innovate, try to just, offer them something because at the end of the day, it's promo for them,
Right.
So we're looking into the future a little bit. We got the crystal ball out. You're offered, $10 million to take the SayNoMo podcast worldwide, or you're offered $10 million to direct a film. Either way, you can't.
Directing a film. Yeah, I can make my voice is the podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You can make a podcast from anywhere.
Yeah.
But I can't.
I'm doing a film.
Yeah, I can't make my own squibs. That's the problem. I was just curious because from the way you speak of film and of your writing, you're equally as passionate.
Man, you know, I ain't no John Singleton, but you know, I'm pretty cool.
Oh my goodness. Guy from Pennsylvania, horror movie guy, did all his movies in Pennsylvania, like B films. Oh, Thomas Bailey, if you're listening, 651-313-5125.
But yeah, doing everything in Minnesota. There's plenty of people to do stuff.
I can't wait till this reality thing come out. I was talking about that's my biggest thing because
the actors are from here.
They're not even actors. I'm using people. Using people that come on the show. A lot of them people want to do it. I'm pitching it to like I'm doing something. Yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. You know, some of them rapper though, but a lot of them is like I got people. You know, I got people.
Yeah, doing comedy stuff.
Mm-hmm. I'm making them. I'm turning people into actors. You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
Like, they gonna have them thinking they're actors, or they needed some direction.
Worst case scenario, it'll be a mockumentary if you can't
get the reality
captured. What it sounds like, you have a few episodes shot.
What you mean? Say it again.
So if you've seen like a mockumentary where it's like scripted,
right,
but it's made to look like it was a reality show.
It's scripted, but it's like you know what you getting. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of them things where it's like the people that's gonna watch it, they gonna know what it's for. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Like,
but sometimes the guest, let's say on the show, was an unsuspecting bystander of some of the preconceived actions, correct? Like, were you guys doing stuff, like if I came on your show, you had the camera crew there, it's like, oh, there's just this fancy production value, whatever, and then you guys do something planned. Are you guys doing anything planned or scripted that I wouldn't know about?
No.
Okay, just curious. You're not
I don't do that. This isn't no surprise. Yeah. I don't play that type of game. It's like,
Oh my gosh.
Nuh-uh.
Just curious. No, because there's the fine line when you're doing the scripted version of reality.
I mean, like, me and my friends might do stuff like that, but for the most part, nah, there's like, we don't need to do that.
Not for
you know
the
what I'm
show,
saying? I mean, like, that's like some stuff that I would do that like on a podcast. Like, I'll play
one man.
Yeah, I'll have like someone, you know what I mean? I'll do some on the podcast, like, and I wouldn't even do it like in a weird way. Like,
you wouldn't like slime them or anything.
Like, I'll do an interview with a person, and then like, I'll like, won't look him at his eye, and I'll act like I have an attitude with him the whole time. Just to wait to see if he says, like, is he all right? Or just see how long he'll go for.
Oh, that's
like,
funny.
You know what I'm saying?
That's my style of humor. Very dry.
Be like, yeah. Oh, my bad.
Right, checking your phone.
Yeah, like literally just doing that.
No.
Like, I saw that.
Okay, good. Glad you got a glimpse.
No, I saw that.
I couldn't hold it a little bit longer. I was giving him the stone cold.
I swear you have to observe it and look away, otherwise you're gonna get wrapped into it. I been saw you do it. I was like, I waited for you to stop to be like, I saw you.
Okay. And all this, at least the content that you've released so far, can all be found on the SayNoMo YouTube channel.
Yep,
correct?
it's all on
SayNoMo
YouTube.
Podcast.
SayNoMo Podcast YouTube channel.
Yeah, I've been seeing more of these Minnesota like production companies. They've got TV in the name, I guess, at least on Instagram. So I'm like, what's that all about?
Everybody want to be the next big thing, man.
Yeah.
You know, instead of, and I get it. Like I said before, it's inspiration, but it's like you can work together too. You don't have to do all this. Oh, I'm gonna get it. That literally creates the crab in the barrel mentality that's already been here. So that's why it's like, lately, me personally, like a lot of people that has any type of who moves like that, any type of malice in their heart like that, I really I can't be friends with them on social media. It's not no beef. I just can't be friends with you because you'll show somebody love and then you'll hear them like talking about like, oh, I remember, and it was just this dude could have been for anybody, but it's just it's just weird. It's like you'll like support somebody, share their post, tag them in it on your story, then you see them, oh, they ain't really happy. He'll post a meme. They're not really happy for you. They're just surprised that you did it. And I'm thinking in my head, like, who made this meme?
Right.
Who is sitting around the house just
aggressive.
Who's just sitting around typing in and saying, like, the people gonna feel this. I'm like, bro, you don't have haters. We want you to win. Yeah. You're creating your own haters because you think you have haters.
Right.
That's what I hate about this place. It happens so much, bro. I'm like, I appreciate all the love I get. You know what I'm saying? Because people wouldn't have to say nothing. You guys didn't have to reach out to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, literally, like, and you guys, I don't know who runs your Instagram.
That was me.
That was you. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you done reached out and commented on. You know what I'm saying? And even like that post when I had my the gun instructor guy, my guy Jerome.
Yes.
And when he's like, oh, the Minnesota rappers this week. Y'all got that full interview comes out Tuesday. He definitely names the people he messed with.
Oh, okay.
He just surprised me the way he said it because he was just talking so genuine, and all of a sudden it came out of nowhere, and I'm just like, what?
Yeah, he must have had some idea what the radio or what the show was about to be about.
Yeah, like because he do
some drama. Some
he's a funny dude too. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like he has a sense of humor.
Okay.
He's like I call him a Facebook comedian.
Got
he's a Facebook, so you know
he knew. That's funny.
Even on Facebook when I shared it, bro, a lot of people
it was looking surprising.
Yeah, a lot of people were like, what? He doesn't. A lot of people was tagging people. I'm like, no, y'all gotta see the rest of the interview.
That was a perfect clip, perfect teaser to
That's
get
why
people
I did it. A lot
wanting
of people
to watch
got mad, and I'm like, come on.
Yeah, that's
man.
definitely something
Just click
we've
the
been.
link.
Other podcasters are like that with me, man. I remember I catch these dudes sneak dissing me every other day.
Oh, no.
And I'm not just making it up to be like, oh, they're talking about me.
Right.
This dude literally was like, oh, yeah, be careful what you promote. Even if you are trying to be a funny podcast, you still are create negativity when you're letting people talk about Minnesota artists. I'm like, oh my God, what? I'm literally just like, wow.
Like they said that verbally on their podcast.
I watched them say it.
Oh no.
I watched him say it. That's why I'm like, I can't be friends with these people. Let me just kumbaya, leave them alone. He said that. I was like, what?
Unless we're getting together and planning it out like some WWE, like we don't need real drama.
We don't need it. Like that's why I make mine comedy.
Yeah.
They all want to be music.
Right.
I say, man, listen. First it was all purpose. Then
Right.
everybody wanted to do music. Everybody's doing the same thing. I'm like, all right, it's cool. I love it.
Right.
I love it, but I'm
Right.
not gonna be doing the same thing.
Exactly.
That's why I was like, I'm the only one I know here that got a comedy podcast that's comedy.
Exactly.
Like we make jokes. We're gonna laugh on here, but. I just, man, I don't want to get caught into that best music, best number one. You'll never hear me say I have the best podcast. I won't say that. That sounds corny.
Right.
That's subjective.
Yeah.
Like, of course, you can think you had the best podcast, but to be rolling around, best podcast. I get it. You know, it's like you want competition, but then when people compete with you, then it's, we don't want drama.
Exactly.
That's why I don't.
You're being toxic.
Yeah, you're being toxic because I'm a professional roaster. I roast people.
Yeah.
If you look at I don't post them on the SayNoMo page. I think I might have posted a couple. If you look,
Deep.
There might be some behind a paywall, perhaps in the near future.
yeah, they deleted my page for that. I was like, I'm not doing that again.
Oh no.
Bro, I was so sad, man. Like literally, like they deleted it the night Jake Paul knocked out Woodley the second time.
Okay.
Then he didn't knock him out the first time. The second time he knocked it literally died. Like they took it that night, that moment. I'm like, why? It didn't make no sense, bro.
Man. Yeah, we're not gonna have time to talk about all the stuff we want to talk about with you before the end, but we should get together again.
I'll have y'all on mine.
Or just hanging out because we've got
All
a
right,
lot
cool.
of stuff. We don't want to give away too
We can do
many.
both. Yeah.
You know, it's if there's stuff personal, connections that you got or whatever that you wouldn't want to talk about on air. We just
I'm an
want to
open
be.
book, bro.
That's what we figured.
Life is life.
Any advice, again, to more burgeoning podcasters, we'll say content creators across the board, music, film, podcast, in regards to time investment and the need to wear multiple hats at first? Like you're gonna have to. So how did you learn to kind of divvy up your time?
Say that like, hold on.
Do you have any advice? Do you have any advice for managing?
You gotta
your time?
dumb it down for me. Yeah.
You're a busy guy. How do you
managing
stay?
time?
Yeah, how do you stay organized?
I mean, honestly, man, the best thing for me is to not drink alcohol all the time, fellas. Don't be drunk all the time. I know a lot of y'all artists, y'all be out here drinking, y'all already popping pills, which I don't recommend. So I would recommend staying sober, staying healthy, and staying focused when you have work to be done.
Clear-headed.
Stay clear-headed and don't really and go to the gym, work out. Work out. I'm promoting that. Like, work out. Like, literally, that's going to make you... There's times where I have shoots and all that type of stuff, and if I drink, I won't get it done. Like, our bodies aren't what they were when we were 22, 23. I'm 28 now, you know what I mean? So it's like one of those things where I tell you, artists, focus on your health, and everything else is going to come smoother. Don't stress yourself out.
Yeah, that's
And
good.
get a job, work too, because nothing is free, not even studio time.
Yeah.
And I mean that. I'm not dissing nobody. I'm being dead serious. I just say it from the gut. This is how my father raised me. So get a
Exactly.
job, you know?
And all of your favorite local artists have an alter ego, whether it's,
That's a fact.
bag handler
Exactly.
at the airport, baker, host at the restaurant,
Yup.
sheet metal presser, bus driver.
Right.
I've seen them all.
Yes.
You always do the double take. It's like, whoa,
Whoa,
that?
Was that? I swear that was.
And then everyone's got the mask on nowadays, so you never know. And I'm not going to
They
yell.
probably notice you. They be like, oh, is that, what's the name from?
Exactly.
Right.
WFNU?
Again, if you're just joining us, you can find out more information at SayNoMo_podcast 2020 and SunDogs TC. That's across all social media, correct?
Correct.
And the YouTube channel is just SayNoMo Podcast.
Say no more
no
podcast.
underscore.
Nope.
Nothing
Say no
like
more
that.
podcast, yup.
First one that'll pop up.
That's hours. That's got to be days
Yeah.
of content.
Right.
Yeah,
That you can just pop in a
yup.
playlist and pop it on.
Yeah, man, just watch it, man. Watch it,
Good to
laugh,
go.
man. Enjoy it, man, you know?
Yeah, everybody's always cracking up on there. It's very entertaining,
It's a great
very
time.
inspirational.
It's a great time.
Made me think our show's a little 60 minutes. We're like, man, we're just like grilling these people on the questions.
Nah,
like,
man,
how
y'all
we-
funny, man. Y'all gotta just, that's another guest. The guests come on. I hate that. There's episodes I haven't put out because people came on there was boring.
Oh, just a little too serious.
Just a little. You're not running for attorney general.
Maybe a little nervous.
You can tell me, you know what I mean, who
Listen
your
up.
favorite porn star is. It's not that much a big deal.
Right. Just
I can say that on
check
radio,
it with
right?
the-
Oh, okay,
Who knows?
Cool. Yeah, we're cool.
The FCC is calling us right now.
Oh no. I'm sorry.
We are, though.
No.
If
But
we
you're saying
can
the guests that are gonna have fun are gonna create that more genuine content, that more lighthearted, that good time. Your podcasts feel, again, you guys get so candid that the listener feels like they're in the room with you.
Yeah,
So
see, that's what I want.
That's the goal.
Exactly.
That's what I want. I be having people in the room lately. Like I have like 3 of my homies.
Oh, just like off screen.
Yeah, just be off screen. They over there eating their Chipotle, drinking their liquor, they
Cracking up.
chilling, just there. I like the vibes, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I do that just in case the interview's boring. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you can always
my boys
yell
right
off
here. Yo, I be like, I can say something. They since it's boring, they gon' I can throw one from a mic. Oh, yeah, it's another mic right here.
Man,
they
yeah.
can talk on it.
That reminds me, if guys have ever heard of the podcast, Getting Dug with High,
Nah.
but it's just a stoner podcast.
I ain't seen that one.
But they got people off screen, almost more people off screen than they have on screen. It gets distracting sometimes.
Like Drink Champs.
we
I
haven't
don't know
seen
what
that.
that
Oh,
is.
what? Y'all gotta watch Drink Champs. That's like one of the ones that like kind of got me inspired.
Exactly.
And
yeah.
that's just, I would assume people drinking and talking and
Yeah,
getting
the
a little
rapper
bit more and
Noriega.
more.
You know
Oh,
the
man.
rapper Noriega?
I've heard the name. I
Yeah.
don't think I've listened to the music.
Yeah, look, yeah, he's like
the real Noriega. He owes me 100
Get
favors.
Yeah.